All right, Harry, I got a question for you today. Is how was Jesus both human and divine when he was here on earth with us? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so he referred to himself as the Son of Man, and he was that because he was the son of Mary and Joseph by association. He was also the Son of God because his true father was Jehovah the God. So he was both, but that was his background. But was he God when he was on earth? And that's a good question. I think not, personally. I believe that he abdicated that position to serve on earth. Could he have been?
I think though,
Yeah,
Harry, that it's he says it says that he lowered himself than the angels just to
yeah,
take that servant role, right?
yeah.
But I still don't think I think that's a character trait of God. Like what God would always do, he's always serving. Doesn't mean or take away from his divinity because we see stuff that he did that we know that only God could do, especially throughout the Gospels. But
Yeah, yeah, but yet he wanted he always referred to himself as the Son of Man. He wanted
mhm.
to emphasize that he was walking with us. So let's cover some of those topics. Did he still have God qualities? For example, he totally knew people's thoughts. And that's certainly a God quality. Like just like you hear my voice and I hear yours, but we don't know each other's thoughts. And that was something that he very clearly knew. Healing the hurting, raise the dead. Those are similar to what Elijah and Elisha did. They were God qualities, as you might say, but also the prophets also did some of that. Controlled the wind and the waves. Elijah spoke of droughts and so on, but not the wind and the waves. He received worship, which is only a God trait, and he completely knew God's plan for his life all the way through. He knew what was next.
Yeah,
He knew
he's like,
his
I'm here to
purpose.
do the Father's will.
Yeah, and also the sacrifice that he did, and he knew he came for that sacrifice purpose, and that was central to his plan. He taught us how to live, and he sacrificed so that we could live. He died so we could live. What about the human qualities? He had human emotions like we have. He was tempted by Satan. He did see the hook and resisted. We could see the hook, but we tend to want to overlook it. Um, he needed food to live as such. He did, uh,
Yeah,
you know,
basic all the basic
yeah,
human needs that we go throughout our daily
yeah.
walk.
And even needed to open doors to enter. Like after he was rose from the dead, he could meet with the disciples and come into through locked doors. He didn't do that during his stay on earth. So also Jesus constantly honored and talked of his father. He spoke of being in heaven with him. He spoke of a future role in judging, and he told us that he was the way, the truth, and the life. In John 14:20, I really like that verse. On that day, you will realize that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you. Sounds a little complicated, but really, really neat. Jesus is in the Father, but also in us, his children, like the children of God. And in 2 Corinthians 13:5, do you not realize, Paul says, that Jesus Christ is in you?
Hmm.
And as Jesus was in the Father, he is also in us. So Jesus came to earth to be our example. We too are human, the Son of Man. We are born with a human nature from human parents, so to speak. But we also have Jesus living in us, and that's a divine side to our life.
That's the born again nature.
Yeah, but think about it. Jesus had a divine side and he had a human side. We too have a divine side, and that is so amazing, so special. But to make that work, we have to go with that, like John the Baptist says, I must decrease and he must increase. So
Hmm.
we have to live a life that humbles the human side and increases the God side of our life so that we too can be appropriate sons of God. And Jesus refers to us as his brothers and sisters, so to speak. That is so amazing. So what Jesus was on earth, to a small degree, we need to be on earth also. God is our Father. We have a human parents, two parents. Not he had one, but we also have a divine side to us, which is really, really amazing if we walk with Him. How special is that?
Yeah, for sure, right? It's definitely something amazing to ponder about, and what a privilege it is. But I
For sure.
appreciate that for breaking it down, Harry. Thank you.
Thank you.